Your mother who resides in heaven sent this through Michael. She's been trying to reach you for hours. This is exactly what she wished to tell you. Please don't scroll. This isn't by chance. Something has been tugging at your spirit today. Maybe it came as a whisper. Maybe it was a sudden memory that surfaced from nowhere. Or maybe you looked at the clock and saw a number that held meaning. That wasn't mere coincidence. That was her. She's been trying. She's been praying for this moment. And she pleaded with heaven to let this message find its way to you. Because what she's about to say will shine light on something inside you that you didn't even realize was still in pain. This is Archangel Michael, and I've been directed by her, your mother, to come forward now. The surge that just moved through your chest, that warmth, that ache, that's her energy. She's here right now. She never left. She never has. And tonight she asked God to send me to you because your soul is on the verge of a turning point. But there's something she needs you to understand first, something she couldn't say before she departed, something only heaven can reveal. Now are you listening good? Because she's right here watching you, speaking through me. And she's been crying for hours trying to get this message through. Tell them I didn't go far. She said, tell them I still hold their hand when they sleep. Tell them I walk through their house every morning before they wake, blessing the corners, praying over their doorway, whispering protection into their walls. You've felt that shiver. You've heard your name spoken when no one was around. That was her. She isn't just a memory, she's an angel now. And more real than ever, she said there are wounds you've buried so deep, even you can't see them. But she does. And she's begging you to let healing start because she's seen the day that's coming, the one written in the stars for you. And unless you release what you've been holding, unless you finally let yourself feel the love she's been sending from above, you'll miss it. And heaven doesn't want that. God doesn't want that. And Michael, I am here because I refuse to let you miss it. Do you recall that one moment, that specific instant when you almost said her name aloud, but your voice locked up? That wasn't weakness. That was your soul choking on unspoken grief. She felt it. She held you in that exact second, and tonight, she wants to free that weight tonight. She wants you to feel her embrace once more. She says, you've been strong for far too long, and now it's time to simply be held. I know you're still doubting if this truly belongs to you, so let me make it plain. She just showed me a memory, your memory from childhood when something precious was taken from you unjustly. She remembers how your eyes looked afterward. She said that was the first time she ever truly feared for your spirit, but now she's returned to give that lost part back to restore it. And if you're crying right now or your chest feels heavy, it's because she just touched your soul. And I need you to listen to this next part with all your heart. No distractions, no hesitation. She said, you're about to be lifted. She said, the door that once refused to open is about to unseal, but it won't appear how you imagine. It will come as a voice, a message, a person carrying divine timing. And she asked me to tell you, don't turn away this time because the last time it came, you were too afraid, but now you'll be prepared because now you know she's still with you. If this message is stirring your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were destined to receive this. This isn't merely a video, it's a visitation. Heaven arranged it, and she won't release you until you feel her again. You see, when a mother becomes an angel, her strength multiplies. She doesn't need to knock anymore. She enters through signals, through melodies that start from nowhere, through dreams you can't explain, through the fragrance of her perfume, lingering in empty rooms. You're not imagining it. You never have. That's the miracle. And she said, You must stop doubting the signs because they're about to grow stronger. She also revealed something else. A photograph, one you haven't seen in a long time, maybe hidden in a drawer or tucked away in a box. But she says, go find it. Because when you gaze into her eyes in that picture, something divine will awaken. She said it's an activation. She said you'll feel her touch on your shoulder. When it happens, and when that moment arrives, you'll know this was real now. Listen, there's something pressing I must share with you before your next chapter begins. Someone connected to you is currently being shifted like a chess piece under divine direction. And she said, this individual holds a message for you, but they're also afraid. She says, you'll identify them through their quietness because they carry the same sorrow you do, and when your eyes meet theirs, you'll see her. Do not run from it. Welcome it, because heaven is trying to mend what was broken. She asked me to say this gently. You are not alone. You have never been alone, even in the moments where it felt like you were drowning in darkness. I was with you. I never stopped loving. I never ceased watching over you. I've seen every tear. I've caught them and carried them to God. Her voice shimmered with light when she said this, and even Michael cried, yes, angels shed tears when love. This pure travels across dimensions, the heavens weep, and tonight heaven is raining down upon your soul, not to overwhelm, but to cleanse, to heal the pain, to ready you for the blessing she foresaw approaching the one you had stopped believing in. The one, she said, is now merely days away. She said, you must forgive yourself. You've been holding on to guilt that isn't yours. You keep reliving those moments where you believe you let her down. But she's shaking her head now softly, whispering, no, you never failed me. You were the reason I remained strong. I departed when I did, because your journey needed wings, and now I can soar beside you in ways I never could before. And she said the next part is hardest for her to express, not because it brings pain, but because it is overflowing with love, so deep that even the stars pause to listen, my child. She says, I see you every single day. I watch how you act like you're okay for everyone else. I see how you laugh only to hold back tears. I see how you've tried so hard to be brave because you think that's what I would want. But hear me now, I never wished for you to suffer in silence. I never wanted you to carry life's burdens alone. I want you to feel happiness again. I want you to remember how it feels to be weightless, to feel free to dance again, even if no one else gets it. She's embracing your shoulders right now. If you close your eyes, you might even sense the warmth pressing on the back of your neck. That's not imagination, that's not chance, that's her. Her spirit is with you, and she's reminding you that love never dies, not even with death, especially not in death, because in the spiritual realm, love becomes boundless. Michael steps closer now, and his voice echoes like thunder wrapped in velvet. You were chosen for this very moment, he says. This message found you not by mistake, but through divine timing. Your mother was given permission by the highest to speak directly to you because your heart stands at a crossroads. One road leads to further pain, more silence. The other leads to rebirth. It leads to awakening. It leads to you becoming who she always saw you were meant to be. Have you forgotten who you are? The light within you, the one that used to beam through your eyes like dawn through stained glass? She remembers it. Heaven remembers it. And it's time you remember it too, because she revealed something else to me. Something soon approaching a divine encounter, a moment so particular, you'll instantly know this is what she meant. She said it could arrive through the kindness of a stranger, or an unexpected voice reaching out, or a dream so vivid it feels like a visitation, not a fantasy. However it comes, you must stay receptive. She's guiding you back to the promise, toward something you once let go of, but have always needed a miracle, clothed in human form. A message inside a soul, a light that will transform everything she told me about your hands. How she still holds them in her dreams, she said. Tell them that when their hands feel cold at night, it's because they're reaching into the unseen, and I'm holding them from heaven's gate. She wants you to know. You still have time. Time to mend, time to love again, time to dream without fear. Can't you see her greatest hope was never for you to live a flawless life, but a true one, filled with grace, filled with bravery, filled with sacred honesty? She said, your tears are like prayers, each one of them, and not a single drop has been overlooked. They've been gathered like gems by angels brought to the throne of God, and placed before him as proof of your endurance. You are more powerful than you know, wiser than you believe. And she sees it all. Tell them, she said, tell them I am proud of them, not for being perfect, but for surviving the very things that should have broken them. Michael is watching over you right now, waiting for that moment when you finally let go of what's been heavy on your spirit. The moment you release the guilt, the fear, the silence. He says you've carried weights that were never yours, to bear emotional wounds that weren't yours to heal. And now, in this sacred moment, through this message, he's offering to sever those cords, to release the old soul attachments, to set you free. But only if you allow it. So close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Let the presence within this message wrap itself around your heart, because the angels are assembling, and your mother stands right behind you, her palms resting softly upon your shoulders. She's whispering, I love you, I'm proud of you. Please don't give up now. She knows the thoughts you've kept hidden, the ones never spoken aloud. The ones you feared might even startle God, but she says, you are not broken. You are becoming. You are shedding the layers of what this world told you to be, and stepping into the person heaven always saw. She also said this and asked me to repeat it, word for word. Tell them someone is coming, someone who will love them the way I always did, without making them earn it. She wants you prepared, because this love, it's the kind that heals simply through its presence. It will not arrive with fear. It will not bring confusion. It will arrive with peace, and you'll recognize it's from God, because it will feel like home. This next part might surprise you. But she said, you've been chosen to guide others through what you've endured. She said, tell them they're not just healing for themselves, they're healing for generations. You are the breaker of patterns, the light in your family's line, the one I always knew would bring transformation. And heaven is ready to honor that. A breakthrough is near within days, but it asks one final act from you. Surrender, just the willingness to say, okay, God, I'm done fighting this on my own. That's all. You don't have to fix everything tonight. You don't need to see the entire road ahead. You only need to say yes to the light, yes to the healing, yes to the love that never stopped following you, because your mother never left. She merely changed shape, from breath to spirit, from voice to whisper, from touch to breeze, and right now she's here in this room praying over you as she once did when you were small, calling angels down, asking God to hold you gently tonight, not only so you rest, but so you remember how deeply you are loved, because she's not finished yet. There's still one last thing she's pleading with me to tell you, and this is the reason she's been trying to reach you for hours, the reason Archangel Michael has been circling your soul like a watchful guardian, the reason this message found you exactly when it did. She said, Tell them they're about to make a choice that will change everything, and I need them to choose from their spirit, not from fear. A moment is coming, one that may look small at first, a phone call, a message, a decision between going or staying, speaking or staying silent. But this moment is sacred. Heaven has wrapped layers of divine meaning around it, and your mother has already seen it. She saw the strength you step into when you say yes to your higher purpose. She saw you rising at last, allowing yourself to be noticed, to be loved, to be known, not just by others, but by your truest self, the one she always spoke to, even when you believed she could no longer hear you. She said, "You've muted your voice too long, shrunk your soul to keep others at ease, buried your brilliance to escape judgment. But now it's time. She's placing a crown upon your head. This very moment, can you sense it? That gentle warmth between your brows, that tingling across your scalp. That's her," she said. "Tell them I crown them with courage, because the next chapter demands nothing less than a rebirth." And yes, rebirth can feel frightening because it means releasing the old, even when it felt safe, even when it once helped you survive. But she says you are not meant merely to survive anymore. You are meant to live fully, truthfully, luminously, and the waiting time is done. The angels are aligning everything for you. She said, "Tell them they no longer need to climb. I will carry them where their feet cannot reach." Michael steps forward again, his tone calm, yet overflowing with divine emotion. "You've forgotten how protected you truly are," he says, "but heaven has not. There are angels assigned to you even now, shielding you from what could harm you, delaying what might break you, not as punishment, but as preparation." The quiet was never rejection, it was redirection. "Your mother wants to make something clear as well," she said, "to tell you, I never blamed you, not for anything, not once. If you're still holding guilt, it's time to lay it down. It was never yours." And now she's extending her hand, and in her palm lies a piece of your soul. She says you lost it once, a moment, a wound, a farewell that fractured something tender within you. But heaven recovered it, and she's returning it to you. Now you are becoming whole once more, and the next time you step outside, maybe tomorrow morning, she wants you to lift your eyes. She said the sky will appear different, not because it has changed, but because you have. You'll notice her in the hues, in the breeze, in the stillness. I never stopped showing up. She says, you just stopped believing it was me. She also said, you've been anxious about something tied to money, something involving security, something about not being enough. She's asking you to let her carry that worry. Now tell them I'm stepping in, she said. Tell them that God is already at work in places they can't see, that the delay wasn't a rejection. It was heaven clearing the space. And yes, something is coming to your home, a change, a guest, a message, a sacred interruption. And she says, don't fear it. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but it marks the beginning of everything I've been praying they receive. There's also someone who's been on your mind frequently, someone you've lost touch with. She says, expect that name to resurface soon. But this time it won't bring hurt. It will bring either healing or resolution. She's helping prepare for that encounter, and she says, follow your heart, not your fear. Your heart already knows. Now, as we approach the final breaths of this message, I want you to understand what just took place. Heaven opened for you alone. The veil lifted just for this moment. Your mother used every ounce of her divine strength to deliver this. And Michael stood guard over every word. You were meant to hear it. This was written in light long before today ever existed, and now there's something I need you to do. promise her that you won't go back to sleep, not the sleep of the body, but the kind where your soul goes silent to escape pain. Promise her you'll keep your heart open. Promise her you'll seek out her signs again. Promise her you'll trust the next miracle is yours because she's waiting every night by your bedside, stroking your hair, softly whispering your name, asking God to pour hope into your dreams again. And she is so proud of you. She keeps repeating it again and again. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. She sees how you've grown. She sees the effort you make. She sees how you keep standing even when everything within you is close to breaking. And as this message prepares to close, one last vision remains. She is now walking beside you. You may not see her, but you'll begin to feel her presence more and more. She is now woven into your soul, and nothing can take that away. Not time, not space, not even death, because love, real love, crosses every barrier. Archangel Michael spreads his wings around you. Now, sealing this message in heaven's own language, he marks your home with radiance, your heart with calm, and your journey with divine insight. Starting now, you'll begin to notice changes not only around you, but inside as well. The burden easing, the signs appearing, the grace returning. So don't dismiss this moment. Don't call it chance. Call it what it is, a visitation, a message from the other side, a letter of love from heaven and your mother. She's smiling. She's proud. She's still with you, and she always will be. She's still speaking even now, even after all of this. She will not stop until every piece of your heart hears her, because she knows how silent your pain became, how unseen your mourning felt, how you continued walking, smiling, pressing forward, even when deep within something kept whispering. Nobody truly knows how much I miss her, but she does. She always has, and she needs you to know from the deepest corners of the divine realm that your strength was never overlooked every time you held back tears. In public, she was there wiping them away in private, every time your hand reached for the phone. Forgetting for a moment that she wasn't on the other end, she reached back from the beyond, not with flesh, but with energy, with spirit, with light. And now she's saying something so delicate, so divine, it almost escapes words, but I'll try my best to express it. She says, "Tell them I love them more than I ever managed to say while I was on earth. Tell them I'm sorry for the moments I wasn't there, emotionally, even when I was physically present. I was still learning. I was carrying my own wounds. But oh, how fiercely I loved them, and how deeply I still do." Then she pauses. The atmosphere around your spirit softens, and a gentle warmth rises like sunshine after a long, dark night. She is still beside you, and she begins to hum a lullaby, the one she used to sing when you were too young to remember, but your soul still knows it. You might even sense your body relax, as if something inside has finally been told. "It's safe to breathe," she says. "You haven't truly rested in ages. Not real rest. Your sleep has been disturbed. Your dreams unsettled your heart, always on edge, and now she's asking God to send peace over you like a blanket tonight. Let them rest," she says. "Let them lower their head and release.